Hey yo, what is up? Welcome to Ninja Geek Games. This is Crypt of Chaos, a dungeon crawling adventure from Crystal Dagger Games that can be played solo or two-player co-op. You've been tasked with exploring a crypt to seek out a weapon so carelessly placed it has come to be known as the Lost Sword. There is also only one way out to freedom, and that is by finding the key of freedom. In this game, you lay tiles from various stacks to create a unique dungeon that is plagued with monsters, treasures, traps, and a dragon. Now, your hero must fight their way through this increasingly difficult dungeon, locate those items, and defeat that dragon to escape. Let's take a look at the content. So first, the mighty heroes. So we have Wolfhal the Barbarian, Archmagana the Mage, Baleblood the Orc, Vixenblade the Warrior, Evenlith Forest Elf, and Corinne the Dark Elf. I probably pronounced them all right. Now, I love this artwork. It reminds me of some epic 80s fantasy movie. And coincidentally, I have this outfit upstairs. I also have this one. Now, there are 6 heroes to choose from, each with their own combat stats that include health, attack, and defense, as well as a special item, skill, or ability that is located here. Now, during the game, each hero also has their health value represented by these health cards, and your hero is represented by one of these meeples. Now, this area down here on each of the cards is the Chaos Mode variant setup. To oppose our brave heroes are some nasty monsters, and we have goblins, shroud spiders, and Wait, hang on a minute. Now, if I was one of these heroes and on accepting this challenge, they said, beware of monsters, I'd be like, what, you mean like trolls and goblins? And they'd say, yeah. And I'd say, crypt crawlers. Okay, cool. And they'd say, yeah, don't forget dragons. And I'd be, yeah, no problem. And spiders. Yeah, that's... Wait. How big? Yeah, no, that's a hard pass, thanks. You can find your own sword. Now, all of these monsters have varying levels of difficulty, with a health and attack value listed on the card. This one here is the dragon card. You'll have to defeat that guards the exit to the dungeon. And these monsters will pop up randomly as you explore. The dungeon tiles are split into 3 decks. And when exploring, you must draw from the lowest numbered deck until it runs empty before progressing to the next. To explore, you draw a tile and you can place it anywhere in the dungeon as long as it matches up to the green arrows on the card you wish to expand from. You can continue to explore and expand your dungeon, noting that you cannot place any cards next to areas with active monsters. As you explore, you will reveal tiles showing monster or treasure icons, in which case you need to place matching cards. These are showing green treasure icons, so we place them on those tiles. If those tiles also contain a monster, we place the monster on top. And these monsters must be defeated before searching the treasure that can contain potions, weapons, armour, and even traps. Some of the tiles are impassable unless you've searched the treasure cards and found the right equipment to overcome these obstacles. Now, in order to search treasure chests with monsters on, or even pass through a monster tile, you need to attack and defeat them. Now, as this is a spider, I have come up with a very simple and effective way to defeat them. Oh no. Dead. For battle, the first thing you need to do is collect the health cards for the monster. And as we're fighting the shroud spider, they have a health of 1. And we'll assume our champion is at full health of 19. Champions always get to attack first. The first thing we do is add up our attack combat score from our basic attack, which is 1, any special abilities, and any weapons we're holding. We then randomly draw one of the hero attack modifier cards and add this attack to our value. So currently we have 1 attack, +1 for the thumping club, and +1 for our attack modifier. The monster then loses health equal to that value, and regardless of the result, even if we defeat the monster, it always gets 1 chance to retaliate. When monsters attack, we have a separate deck of attack modifier cards. We draw 1 card from this deck and add this to the monster's attack value, and this scores 3. Our hero then suffers damage equal to the value, although this damage can be reduced with any defense values on the hero card or items we have in our inventory. Now our defense is 0, but we do have Gloves of Glory, which gives us +1 defense, meaning the attack of 3 is reduced to 2, and we lose 2 health. If the monster is not defeated, battle continues until hero or monster perish. However, after the first round of combat, if the monster is defeated, it doesn't get to retaliate. Note that if you decide to end the battle early and run away like a coward, the monster then regains all of its health. Once a monster is defeated, its card remains on the board, but with its skull side face up. And we can then search the treasure, and we have found some Boots of Bounding. The dragon has its own tile and monster card with reminders you need to find the Lost Sword and Key of Freedom, and has a health of 20 and an attack of 5, so you need to come armed to the teeth. During the game, you will explore, move, fight and search in order to locate the Lost Sword and the Key of Freedom, gain equipment to prepare yourself for the battle against the dragon. Now, as you create the dungeon as you play, each game will provide you with a unique layout and monster placement. Some of the treasure cards are traps and others are curses that actually bring defeated monsters back from the dead. Each of the heroes has a special ability that can make it easier to defeat particular monsters or avoid traps, and that is except for the barbarian, who has none. However, they do have a high health and attack value. The Chaos variant gives each player a particular item setup to use from the start of the game. That also includes the sword and the key. However, in this version of the game, there are no treasure cards to be found in the dungeon, so you'll need to make do with the equipment that you've been given at the start of the game. Solo play works really well, with games finishing in around 15 minutes, so if you're looking for a light, fun dungeon crawler, then enter the Crypt of Chaos. This is Ninja Geek Games. Cheers.